Good day to all of you. Myself, Dr. Arvind Sharma, Associate Professor in Physics, Government Nagar College, Bikaner. Today, I am going to discuss the solution of harmonic oscillator using operator method as your syllabus, and similar is named as matrix theory of harmonic oscillator. This question is most important for you because Schrodinger equation method you already studied in your UG class. So this question is most important question for your MSc previous, and in next unit hydrogen atom problem is also the important question. So let us start. Matrix theory of harmonic oscillator. We know the potential energy U equal to half kx square, angular frequency of free vibrations omega c equal to under root k by m. Hamiltonian operator, we know that kinetic energy plus potential energy H equal to P square upon 2m plus half kx square. P and X will be Hermitian operator because they are physically measurable dynamical variables. The commutation relations XP we know equal to iota H cross. Equation 1, 2 are sufficient to lead energy, eigenvalues and eigenfunctions. Now let us psi be the eigenfunction and E the eigenvalue. Psi be the eigenfunction and E is the eigenvalue of Hamiltonian operator. Then eigenvalue equation, as we written many times, H psi s equal to E s psi s. The commutation relation of X and P with Hamiltonian are X cap H cap equal to iota H cross P cap and P cap H cap equal to minus iota H cross K X cap. You calculate these operators, okay, using these commutators using commutator answer. Okay, as you already done these things in your UG class, so you can easily done these calculations by using the commutator algebraic functions, how product is solved by A dot B. Okay, now here we derive two relations, X cap H minus H cap X cap, that is calculated by using the commutator equal to iota H bar upon M P cap. Similarly, P cap H cap minus H cap P cap equal to minus iota H cross Kx cap. So first equation, that means equation 3. This is equation 3 and this is equation 4. Equation 3 in Dirac notation and equation 4 is also in Dirac notation. We can easily written in Dirac notation nothing but this operator is known as bra notation and this is known as Kate notation. Okay, this is bra notation, this kind of symbol, and this is Kate notation. We studied in these kinds of notations in next unit in detail, and you already, I think, using these in your next section of quantum mechanics. And this is very simple. This is the term of left hand side and this is the term of right hand side. Okay, so K, L are eigenfunctions, K and L. Nothing, it is like that you multiply psi k by left hand side and psi l by right hand side and you just integrate. This kind of relation is similar to that. Okay, similarly we can rearrange this equation in two parts. Here HL, that means H psi L equal to E psi L. What is L? Kate L means psi L. This is also KTEL. That means H psi L, EL psi L. Very simple notation. Similarly, this is bra notation. Okay. This is psi K. Okay. Equal to K E K. Hence 3A equation becomes like that. Here EL minus EK, EL from here, EK from here, and this equation becomes EL minus EK equal to KXL equal to, this is Kate K X bra K X Kate L equal to iota H cross upon M. Similarly, here is P and here is K. We are seeing here from this equation, only rearranging this equation. Similarly, equation 4 represents matrix representation. Equation 4, you recall, this is the equation. This equation similarly can be written bra K and KTEL on both sides, and rearranging this equation we get such kind of equation. Now eliminating KXL from 5 and 6, we get EL minus EK square equal to this. That means EL minus EK is nothing but plus minus H cross omega C. So only possible states are those whose eigenvalues differ from each other by integral multiple of H cross omega C. Raising and lowering operators. Raising and lowering operators, multiply equation 5 by minus iota m omega c, we get equation 5 equation 3 4, this is the equation. And this equation becomes equation 5 and 6. Okay, one equation is here and another one is here. From here you can easily got this equation if multiply equation 5 by minus iota m omega c and multiply equation 6, adding equation 6 and 8, we can easily got this. This is EL minus EK K XL KPL. This is the equation 5. Here XL and PL, and you just multiply this equation by, and similarly this equation is equation number 6. Okay, this is equation number 6 and this is equation number 5. This is 5, this is 6. So multiplying equation 5 by minus iota m omega c, you just multiply this equation. So we have equation EL minus EK K minus iota m omega c x L equal to H bar omega c K. This is easily understandable from this equation. This is equation 5. Now come to equation 6. This is the equation PL equal to XL times. Adding equation 6 and 8. This is the equation 8 and equation 6. There is P, here is minus iota m omega c, and here P from here and X from equation 6. We know that K equal to m omega c square. Okay. So this equation becomes like that, EL minus CK, K P minus iota omega C L equal to H bar omega C. You can pronounce it as Kate, or this is bra and this is Kate. So you just common this term, and this term becomes Kate K P minus iota m omega C K. This is bra and this is Kate. Left hand side notation is Kate and right hand side notation is, oh sorry, this is bra. Left hand side quotation is bra and this is Kate. You can remember from B. B are a bra because B is before and K is after, then this is Kate. Bracket notation. This is also known as bracket notation. So left hand side notation is bra and right hand side notation is Kate. Bra and Kate notation. Bra, Kate notation. This is the way you can remember it. Obviously, this term is not 0, so this becomes 0. In that case, A K equal to L minus H cross H bar omega C. This means that the result of operating with operator on Kate L if we operate this operator on Kate L. Okay, here is also this. Then energy lowers by this term. So energy lowers by H cross omega C. So this operator is known as energy lowering operator. Similarly, if energy increases by H cross omega C, that is P plus iota m omega Cx, this is known as energy raising operator because it raises the energy and lowering operator lowers the energy. If the energy lowering operator is operated on any Kate again and again, suppose we operate the lowering operator on the Kate again and again, there will ultimately arise a difficulty because energy must be positive unless there is lowest energy eigenstate such that P minus iota m omega Cx Kate 0 equal to 0 or equivalently P minus iota m omega C. This is nothing but this is psi 0, Kate psi 0 equal to 0. The lowest energy eigenvalue may be found by operating above equation with the operator. You just operate on this raising operator, and if you solve or rearrange this equation by using commutator, at last we get the relation H psi 0 equal to half H cross omega C Kate 0. That means this is 0 point energy. If psi 0 is an eigenstate of H with eigenvalue half H cross omega C, further operation of energy operator, energy raising operator P plus iota m omega Cx to Kate 0 gives a multiple of the Kate L or psi L that has 3 by 2 H cross omega C, and repeated applications gives an infinite sequence of eigenstates. And conventionally, Kate n with energy eigenvalues En equal to n plus half H cross omega C, where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. This is well-known quantum mechanical expression for discrete energy eigenvalues for harmonic oscillator. This is the same result that we derived from Schrodinger method. Sometimes it is convenient of express the energy raising and lowering operators in dimensionless forms. Energy raising and lowering operators, many times we used its dimensionless form. So if we want to convert these operators in dimensionless forms, these operators must be multiplied by this term. Minus by plus term, that means raising operator by minus and lowering operator by plus iota under root minus half 2m h bar omega c. Okay, this is dimensionless form. From here we can easily calculate A dagger. These are known as energy raising operator A dagger and energy lowering operator A. This is A and this is A dagger. And you can calculate the commutator of A dagger, A dagger, and we can calculate here that A dagger equal to h upon h bar omega c plus half. Similarly, if we reverse the order, A dagger A equal to h upon h cross omega c minus half. So the commutation relation satisfied by A and A dagger is A dagger equal to 1. From here we can calculate the value of h in different kinds of combination like here. That is only algebraic forms of h you can easily calculate. From 1 and 12b it follows that the eigenvalues of A dagger A are positive integers and 0. Hence A dagger is often called the number operator because eigenvalues are positive integers and 0. So this is known as number operator, and this result is a direct consequence of the commutation relation satisfied by A. It may be readily verified that AH equal to AH bar omega c and A dagger H equal to A dagger H cross omega c. Now matrices for A, X and P. Matrices for A, X and P. We convert it in matrix form. How eigenstates are represented in matrix form we studied in next unit, but this is the important question for you in this unit, so I also discussed in continuity. At the last we again review this topic also. When we completed our syllabus, after that few questions reviewed or again explained to you according your notations, because at that time you are very familiar with notations, so you can easily understand the such kind of topics. Let us assume that states psi n are normalized. The notations are not very difficult. If you give the 5 minutes to understand these that I try to explain you, these are easily rememberable. Normalized, so that let us assume that psi n states are psi n, and if they are normalized, we know that integral psi n dash psi n equal to delta n dash we already know, and this is also a method to represent it. Small bracket psi n dash comma psi n equal to delta n dash. Similarly, previously that is integral method, and here we are talking about bracket notation, and this is also a different kind of notation you can easily used in quantum mechanics. There are many kinds of notations, but the theme is same. You can understand from one to second one, or by comparing these notations you can easily you can create your easily conceptual basis. By the help of lowering and raising operator A psi n equal to, A is lowering operator alpha n psi n minus 1, A dagger is raising operator psi n equal to beta n psi n plus 1. Alpha n and beta n are nothing but eigenvalues. Now we know that by using the bracket notation, you just multiply A dagger A. You just taken A dagger A. We know that bra psi n a dagger a kate psi n equal to psi n a and a. If a is here because a is Hermitian operator, so we using the operator property of the Hermitian, so it can be written as bra psi n a and a psi n kate. That means alpha n square if a operated on psi n and a operated on left hand side on bra. A operated on the psi n on the right hand side, a operated on the left hand side. So alpha n square and both are lowered by 1. So alpha n square, this term is equal to 1. Okay, but this function is equal to, we know that a dagger a equal to h upon h cross omega c minus half. By rearranging it, we can easily compute the value of this term equal to n. That means bra psi n a dagger a kate psi n equal to n. From here, comparing this equation, alpha n square equal to n. That means alpha n equal to under root n, and similarly beta n equal to under root n plus 1, because this is raising operator. From 1 and 2, from our equations, we can also add the a plus a dagger and a dagger minus a, so we can easily compute this. So the matrices for a and a dagger are bra n dash a kate n equal to under root n delta n dash n minus 1. Similarly, bra n dash a dagger a kate n equal to under root n plus 1, because a dagger, and delta n dash n plus 1. Because here is the under root n for lowering operator and under root n plus 1 for raising operator. This is minus 4 due to lowering operator, plus 1 due to raising operator. Now in this next article, matrix for A. Matrix for A, we can easily compute if n equal to 1 and n dash equal to 0, eliminate n equal to n1 and n dash equal to 0 element is present when n barabar 2 and dash barabar 2 element is present. Value of element equal to 1. From these equations, you can easily calculate the value of matrices for n barabar 3, n barabar 2. So if we want to compute the value of A in this matrix, small n, this is small n, and n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is n dash. So by calculating these values, only this diagonal 1, under root 2, 3, 4 is present, and other elements are 0 for A. Similarly for A dagger, this matrix becomes this line under root 1, 2, 3, and other lines are other elements are. So you can calculate the A and A dagger matrix from using the relation here we operate. Okay. From relation 18, this is the relation 18. From this relation, you can compute the value of x in terms of A dagger and value of p in terms of A dagger. X equal to under root h bar upon 2m omega c bracket A dagger plus A, and p equal to iota m h cross omega c upon 2 bracket half A dagger minus A. Substituting value of matrices A and A dagger in here, so you can easily compute the matrices for x and p. You just replace the matrices for A dagger and A, and adding and subtracting these matrices, such kind of matrix for x, p, and also you can calculate the matrix for h. So this is the method how you can calculate by using the operator method. And in next one, second method is given. That is not necessary, but you can study this topic for your general understanding. Now, harmonic oscillator wave function. We know that psi nx equal to nn hn alpha x e raised to minus half alpha x square. So you can easily calculate this function by using such kind of method and using these properties of Hamiltonian Hermite polynomial operator. Okay. So by using this kind of method, integral method, you can easily compute the matrices for same matrices as we calculate in the operator method. The results are same. So this topic is very important for your MSc previous class. So try to understand this topic, because this is the first topic that is new for you and some notations are used here. Try to understand. If some difficulty remains, you can remove it by using the next concepts you studied in your next unit. So don't worry about that you are not understanding such kind of topics. There are many topics in physics that is not understandable, that are not understandable by many students on the first time, but you just try for second time, third time, and when you go through your syllabus and when you enrich your concepts, and by applying these concepts, you can easily understand such kind of topics that are not understandable on the first time. So don't worry, try to understand and try to work hard. Okay, thanks to all.